Hi, I'm On and welcome back to Don't Tick the Box. Today we have July's Scrawlrbox for you, and since you're seeing this while it's already August, let's get right to it. As always, I'm giving you the first view. Right, so we have a package. But first we're pulling out some stuff underneath. We have July's Scrawler zine in pink and blue. This month's artwork, which is very abstract, by Jess Kirkman, also in pink and blue. And then we have some Scrawlrbox July. I have no idea what to think of that. 10 sheets, 100 GSM. That's quite light. So it's going to be either something very dry, like pencils, or something very specific, like markers. Markers usually also have very light paper, but it's specifically coated. The artwork does not seem to be made by or with markers though, so we'll have to see. And then let's see what we have inside. Ooh. Alright, the sticker again in this month's color scheme at pink and blue. And then what I think will be the items list, but as you can see, it's not the usual long-shaped supplies list, but it's a square this time. And it already states this month's Scrawler challenge being Nebula. That's actually pretty good. I won't turn it around because it will contain spoilers, although I already can see everything. So what have we here? A lot of tubes. Marabu alcohol ink in the color Caribbean. Another bottle of alcohol ink in the color Magenta. And then one that lost its cap. A Marabu alcohol ink Diamond Sparkle. Alright. Going to love that. And then lastly, a Marabu alcohol ink extender. I have no idea. Is this pure alcohol? I will have to check the supplies list what to do with an extender. I have no idea. I thought it was going to be like a white or something, but it isn't. And then we have, of course, this month's candy. It's a Swizzles drumstick bubblegum flavor. Just going to put that aside. Sneaky. And then some attributes. Since we get a wet medium, we also get a brush. It is a Pro Arte Master Stroke Series 60s round in size 1. I've gotten a Pro Arte in a Scrawlrbox before and they're really good. So I'm very happy with this one. And then we get a, I don't know what you call this in English, a dropper. So you can just slurp up some ink or water and then drop it. It comes in very handy though. I always keep one with my inks and my watercolors. And lastly, we get a straw, a paper straw. Presumably for some blow effects. I have no idea what else to do with it. I don't suppose they want us to drink the alcohol ink, so We'll see. But first, let's get swatchy. Now, before I swatch, I should remind you that you have to pierce the top of these ink bottles before you can actually use them. It says it right here on the bottle, so I hope a close-up man can show you. And in no particular order, let's get swatchy. Oops. All right. I love the color, but it does seep into the page as if the page is a sponge, so this is not the ideal paper for it. And I must warn you that this is incredibly smelly. Not like necessarily a bad smell, but there's really no escaping for anybody who has functioning nostrils. Ooh. As I can hear a little metal ball inside the diamond alcohol ink. I'm going to shake it a little bit because this usually means there's some small particles that have to be mixed in really well. Now, I don't know if this shows up on camera, but I can see some sparkling on the page, so I'm quite happy. I have no idea though what to expect from the extender, as this is, as far as I have read, something to either lighten the ink or keep it more fluid while working with it. But all this seems to do on the page is leave a wet stroke, so... Anyway, that's it already. As mentioned before, this month's Scroll Challenge is Nebula. And since I have no more swatching to do, let's get right to it. Some final thoughts. I was really, 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 really happy. I have no experience with alcohol inks, but it was a great deal of fun. Not so much art-wise or inspiration-wise, but just doing it and getting the shapes and the ink flowing over the paper was a great deal of, well, fun again. Fun. Now I've said it enough. What I like most about the inks is that they not just create really fluid shapes and nice color effects, but they also create a quite interesting texture on the paper. Now, I don't know if it shows up on camera. I hope it does. And otherwise, you're just going to have to take my word for it. If you're interested in getting more artsy and creative yourself, I would really, really recommend this box for people who think that they can't draw, because you don't need to be able to draw to do this, and it's still a really nice effect and something that you can immediately put in a nice frame and hang up. So can't say it enough. I had such a good time playing with these. I'm going to play with them a lot more in the future, I think. And if you don't want to buy this box but are interested in alcohol inks, I would recommend buying the extender, because it does keep your inks fluid for a little longer, and you really need that because they dry incredibly fast. That being said, that was all. I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you did. Please leave a comment if you didn't, so we know what to do better in the future. And I hope to see you next week. Bye!